I certainly hope you're doing well. Tara here with a little good news with Tara. I had a couple of stories, well, actually four, that I wanted to share with you. But first, I wanted to say please excuse my hair. I've been outside today and I have what we call boggin hair. I had my head covered and I just took it off, didn't bother to fix it for this video. But I want y'all to hear this because I know you'd love to hear it. But first, I want to tell you about our little dog and how we got her. We have a little dog. She's clearly part Chihuahua and something. She looks like a Chihuahua on stilts. She has long legs, but she has somewhat of a Chihuahua head. One day my husband and I were outside, and he said, "Do you hear that?" I said, "Hear what?" And he said, "Well, maybe it's just me." And we kept walking. He said, "Did you hear that?" I said, "No, I don't hear anything." And he went to the front, and we live on a dirt road, and sometimes people are tempted to throw their animals out on a dirt road because they think nobody's going to see. But in this case, I'm kind of glad they did. There's a fence across the dirt road from our house, and there was a approximately 6-week-old puppy with its head caught in that fence. And there was no other dog around, no mama dog, just this puppy. And I think we both just instantly fell in love with her. Well, this was in mid-June, I guess. No, it was 4th of July of 2020. So he got in the van and went around the neighborhood seeing if it was anybody's dogs. Well, I was unaware that he got in the van and went around the neighborhood. So I got in the other vehicle and went around the neighborhood seeing if anybody lost their dog, their puppy. Everybody said no. So we kept her. We still have her. And we call her Taco Bell. Our puppy, whatever rolls off our tongue, but she looks like, if any of you are old enough to remember the Taco Bell commercial with the little dog, she looks kind of like that, but on stilts because her legs are so long. That little dog has just, we just love her to pieces, and she loves us to pieces, and she's been good for us. And these stories are about animals helping humans, like our little dog has helped our family. The first one is Salty and Roselle. During the 9/11 attacks, these guide dogs led their blind owners down over 70 flights of stairs in the World Trade Center, navigating smoke and debris to safety. My goodness. Yolanda is a golden retriever service dog who saved her blind owner, Maria, from a house fire by dialing 911 on a special phone in Philadelphia 2015. I didn't even pull these off YouTube. I got these off Google. Anybody can find these stories and look them up. And I'm just skimming over the top. This isn't even the full stories, but there were so many, I thought, well, how can I get at least 4 on here without making it long and drawn out? But they're amazing. Okay, this one, Lulu the pig, not the dog, saved her owner, Joanne Altsman, who had a heart attack. Lulu repeatedly went to a busy road, excuse me, flagging down a driver by lying down in the path until someone stopped, then led the man back to Joanne, who needed urgent medical help. This dramatic event, part of the Hero Animals documentary series, showcased Lulu's intelligence and loyalty as she guided help to her distressed owner, proving animals can be heroes. Okay, back in the 90s, or it could have been the late 80s, there was this movie called Babe. And I hope you remember it, but it was about a pig, and the man used trained the pig to herd sheep, or at least I think it's sheep. And he finally took it to I don't know what you call it, a gathering. What are those things called where you have shows and you might take your dog and everybody brings their dog to herd animals and stuff, and whoever's the best gets rewarded or something. But he brought the pig and everybody laughed at him in this movie, and the pig was the best one. So that's what that story reminds me of. There was one more. Okay. Scientist and whale researcher Nan Hauser was off her boat and in the water when a humpback whale came straight toward her at an impressive speed. The whale would go on to push her through the water and not leave her alone. At one point, the whale had her on his fin where she was out of the water and able to ask for help from people on the boat. And she told them as she climbed on the boat to safety, there was a tiger shark. There was a tiger shark nearby, and that whale, she believes, saved her life. And the neat thing about that story, 1 year later, she was somewhere else, same boat, and she recognized that humpback whale. He had distinctive marks on his face or something, and she recognized. Now, did he recognize her? That's the coolest thing. Animals save us more ways than one, don't they? But a pig saving its owner, and the guard dogs are something else. But a whale, a humpback whale, I just found that amazing. All right, thank y'all for listening.